So on Wednesday, former special counsel Robert Mueller will appear in back-to-back hearings before Congress. He will testify for at least 5 hours and is expected to detail the findings of his report. Now let's remember, he found that there was not enough evidence to charge a criminal conspiracy between the Trump campaign and Russia during the 2016 election. He did not rule one way or the other about whether or not the president obstructed justice. In fact, he went on to say that if he could have cleared the president of wrongdoing, he would have. This is a moment the White House has been wondering about and worried about for weeks. Though Mueller is not expected to go much beyond what he has in his report, there's a belief that his words are going to carry a great weight. He is someone who did not speak at all publicly during his 2-year investigation, and since then has only given one brief 7-minute statement. There's a sense among the president and his allies that Mueller, whose credibility, despite attacks from Republicans, remains high among most Americans, that he could perhaps convince Americans who didn't read the report but will watch the testimony that the president did something wrong. Moreover, he could convince Democrats who are on the fence about impeachment to move that way. The president on Monday made the claim that he wouldn't watch much of the testimony, which sort of defies belief for someone who is so attuned to media coverage and spends most of his mornings watching cable news. There is, however, very little in the way of organized White House response for what's coming. There's certainly, we expect to have statements from the president's attorneys, Jay Sekulow and Rudy Giuliani. There certainly will be, I'm sure, some talking points circulated among Republican allies, some White House aides, like perhaps Kellyanne Conway, but I think we'll mostly see the response from the president himself. Despite saying he's not going to watch, his schedule Wednesday is relatively clear for most of the day until he heads to West Virginia that evening for a fundraiser. So I think we'll all be watching his Twitter account to see what he thinks.